Hey there, I'm Steve, and welcome to Jamsin Entertainment. And welcome to the conversation. Just before we get started, there are many ways you can help. You can like and subscribe so you never miss a conversation. But most importantly, please share this video. Get the word out there as a community. We can talk about all the things that we love. I recently just saw The Eternals, and it's not a bad movie. It's not a good movie. It's an okay movie. I think about a half hour could have been taken out of this movie. Maybe even 45 minutes. I mean, I understand why it's 2.5 hours long. It definitely builds upon the foundation of what the MCU currently is. It has certainly broadened the universe. It's just the amount of time you're with these characters, you only really get to know 2 or 3 of them. 3 of them. You get to know 3 of them. They're kind of like the main characters, even though it's focuses on, let's see, 9. There's 9 of them. 9 characters. And they only focus on 3 of them. One is named Cersei. And yes, there's gonna be jokes. One is Icarus. And the other is Sprite. If you've seen the trailers for this, you notice that Jon Snow is in this. I know his name is Kit Harington, but unfortunately he's the only name that aside from Angelina Jolie and Salma Hayek, they're the only ones that I actually know their names of. But I gotta have my bad jokes. And maybe in the interviews this question was asked, but I'm wondering, what was it like for Jon Snow and Robb Stark to say Cersei over and over again, and to actually be concerned about Cersei? And was Cersei actually a possibility to play Cersei? I wish I could remember her name, but wouldn't that be just hilarious? You could have had 3 Game of Thrones actors in there, and one of them still playing Cersei. I couldn't help myself. I was dying inside watching the movie. It's like, all I can think about is Game of Thrones. You got 2 actors that were in it, and one of them is named Cersei. I mean, I know it's been a few years since Game of Thrones ended. I'm surprised the memes haven't flowed with Cersei and the Game of Thrones actors in this. It's just, there should have been memes out the wazoo about this. But you learn throughout the entire movie. Initially, you're told they're there to stop the deviants from stopping the emergence of man. Because it starts out 5,000 years ago in Mesopotamia, the cradle of life. And it's the Eternals that, Cersei's power is that she can change anything into anything else. And she takes a stone dagger and changes it into a bronze dagger. First thing that came to mind was, just giving them bronze doesn't mean they're going to be able to figure it out. But they have an Eternal for that. Unfortunately, I can't remember the character's or actor's name, but I'll put it up in post. This particular character, he's technology. He just gives little hints here and there to man, and through that they evolve and grow technologically. So after they defeat all the deviants, Salma Hayek's character, Ajak, and no, not Ajak from Deadpool. Could you imagine? I mean, I know recently Ryan Reynolds says, I'm taking a break from acting, but could you imagine if this kind of slipped him in there? Francis! I cracked myself up. Anyway, after they defeat all the deviants, Ajak says, go live your lives. They all kind of do that. And seeing them meet up with each other in the present day and what they're doing is pretty cool. Except for the one guy. He's kind of messed up. But they kind of explain that in the movie why he's messed up. But what you actually learn, so you've heard about Celestials from the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, because that's the physical place of nowhere, Celestial Head. Well, it's a Celestial that supposedly, and I say supposedly because the universe just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and things become even more powerful. I don't think Celestials are the most powerful thing in the Marvel Universe. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm pretty sure there's something more powerful out there. I mean, we just had What If. The Watcher is pretty powerful since he can view multiple universes and interact if he wants to, but I'm getting sidetracked. This particular Celestial is Ashram, and because of my limited knowledge of Marvel Comics, when I was watching the trailers, I thought, oh, we're gonna get Galactus, because what they were showing in the trailer looked like Galactus to me based on the second Fantastic Four movie in the mid-2000s or so. But it's not Galactus, it's Ashram, the supposed creator of everything. The real mission is he creates planets and he selects some of them to birth other Celestials. There were predators that emerged on these planets, and they could have potentially wiped out sentient life. So he created the deviants to take care of the apex predators that naturally occurred, but once the apex predators were gone, the deviants took that place. So he created the Eternals to take care of the deviants, and it started this secular cycle of life. But the Eternals have grown to love humanity, and they don't want that to happen. And so there's the story. They should have focused more on characters, and it was too much world building. And one thing about Kit Harington's character that I'm sorry, I should have mentioned in the beginning, it's weird seeing him not in medieval garb being Jon Snow. He's kind of the dorky boyfriend for Cersei. It's really weird. It's not weird to see Robb Stark out of his garb because he was in Rocket Man, so it's not that much of a shock for me to see him in like everyday clothes. But seeing Kit Harington play anyone other than Jon Snow, going from this leader to this dork, is like, what? You could have gotten almost any actor to play this guy, and you get Jon Snow. So yeah, I know I said it over and over again, but if they focused on all the characters, had a healthier balance of character building and world building, this would have been a really good movie. I mean, I'm still going to get it on Blu-ray. It is the next chapter in the Marvel Universe, so in order for me to be satisfied, because I'm anal retentive about this movie is key to continue the story. There's only one that I don't own, and if you've been watching this channel, you know which movie that is and why. Those are my thoughts on the Eternals. If you have seen the Eternals, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like what you saw, like it. If you think other people like it, share it. If you really liked it, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and live your imagination.